That was a bit of a battle. 3-all. Kind of an entertaining game in a sense. Penalties are a lottery, as you all know, and came second in that. But when you look at the overall performance, do you think we let that one slip?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I just said it to the lads in there, and everyone was kind of saying that, you know, we didn't lose that game on penalties. We lost that within the 90 minutes when we gave away two goals, 3 goals, even if you look back at all of them that shouldn't have been given away. You know, and we created enough opportunity to even win the game back when we went 3-all or what. But yeah, I feel like we're coming away a lot more disappointed than you would have been losing on penalties if it was a game that wasn't within our grasp.
And looking at all 3 goals, all set pieces, and from my own angle, all looked very disappointing to concede. Where would you put your finger on conceding so many goals from set pieces on a regular basis?
I don't know, I suppose lack of maybe leadership, grabbing the game, wanting to be the one to get your body in the way of the ball to head and clear, stuff like that. I think a lack of ownership as well. And I suppose that we're a young team still, where, you know, it's different than men's football, trying to head the ball away, you know, when it's coming in and you got a lot of runners off you. So I suppose we're still learning that, but I mean, we would hope we would have had it learnt by now, that we can clear set pieces and stuff like that, because it's happening too regularly in games that we're conceding stupid set pieces. So I don't know, something has to be done, and we need to go away and really have a think about it.
And you're not given much time to think about set pieces and if that, because less than 24 hours you're back on the pitch again against Ballina on Saturday evening, and after 110 minutes of running, there'll certainly be tired limbs and tired minds come Saturday evening in that match.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll have to try our best to get the recovery in and stuff, and, you know, dip the legs in the sea, try and get to the sauna if we can, and then also get our minds right for the game. You know, that's that done now. So we need to look towards and just try and get back to winning ways again. That's 2 wins in a row there, lost today, so we want to get back to winning every game again, and we'll look to start again against Ballina.
And of course, try look at a more happier note. For cup, we've 3 cup finals coming up. 2 of them under 17 level, and the B team on Sunday. Starting off with the under 17 Bs tomorrow night. They had a great win against Ballyhonus 3-0. The side that bet them twice already in the league. They're facing Ackle Rovers. Then the B team has a big one on Sunday against Castlebar Celtic B. We lost. I know they lost 3-0 last Sunday to them, but I'm sure that was more of a shadow boxing match. But I think you'll see the real Westport in that one. And then the following Friday, the under 17 A team has Slugborough in the under 17 cup final. So 3 big cup games to look forward to.
Yeah, it shows you the work that goes in underage with the club, you know, all the time given by parents, managers and the underage players themselves, and even the Premier League squad and stuff like that. So it shows a massive amount of work that's been put in place to develop younger age groups and the Premier squad. So best of luck to them, and hopefully they can bring all of them home.
Let's hope, and we certainly look forward to the weekend. Best thing really is try and get over tonight and look forward to the weekend. We group and go to battle again, and we look forward to Saturday evening.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Ken.
So this fixture is pretty much sprung upon us on Sunday evening. We didn't expect to be here tonight. Turned out to be an entertaining game. Didn't work out for us at the end with the penalty shootout. There was plenty of positives about the performance and the fact we're 2-1 up, but the positives are really undone by our display in defending set pieces. Is that how you describe it?
Yeah, it's pretty accurate, Kenny, to be fair. It's our Achilles heel, isn't it? It's a game that, you know, there was an awful lot of effort went into, an awful lot of relatively good football. We had lots and lots of chances, far more than the opposition. We got ourselves into a really good situation after being 1 down. We put ourselves 3-1 up with 15 minutes to go and give away 2 appalling corners. And they really were simple enough stuff to be defended, and a lot of them were on the second ball, and we just weren't brave enough to deal with them. and it's a story that's been repeated all season. It's a very hard one for the lads to take, because to be fair to that group tonight, I thought they worked incredibly hard. Losing your two centre backs at the start of the game, injuries everywhere, having to bring on the likes of Adam, who shouldn't be back for another couple of weeks, and trying to hang in there as best we did, and we still had a chance to win it. But you know, instead of being proud of the effort the lads put in, down to bare bones, we're hugely frustrated with the same errors being repeated again, you know. And we've worked very hard on that in the last couple of weeks, and you know, we should be making progress in that area.
And you spoke about the injuries, so that was 3 different central defensive partnerships you had to come up with over the 90 minutes, all in the first half.
Yeah, and unfortunately we lost Killian McGlade. You know, family comes first, and he's at his grandfather's funeral, and he was a massive loss to that team. And then Brownie went down sick during the week, and he wasn't fit enough to play tonight. And you know, 2 big characters, 2 big losses for us as a group. But I mean, again, the lads did enough to win the game, but the mistakes are hurting, and they're costing us results. And we're not showing the learning really. We're mixing some really, really good performances with some terrible mistakes, and we're keeping the opposition in games. And that's a game at 3-1 we should see out. We should have seen it out comfortably, to be fair.
And it's a quick turnaround Ballina on Saturday evening. I know the supporters back home weren't too pleased when they saw the fixtures for this week. Two games in 48 hours, 4 games in 9 days. Supporters are not pleased with that, and I'm sure that would be your feeling too.
Yeah, look, when the fixtures, we had a conversation last week, and I said I was looking forward to the week ahead. I was looking forward to going back to training to prepare for this game properly. I was looking forward to getting guys back in and fit. We should have been preparing for the game on Saturday night with the full squad. We haven't had that full squad yet, and we were looking forward to it. Instead, on Sunday evening, we're thrown into chaos with a fixture I just could not understand why it was necessary, why it was penciled in this week, and then followed it up with less than 48 hours after extra time, and the level of injuries we've just had to play a game where we still trying to compete for second or third in the Super League. So, like, what are we supposed to do between now and Saturday? We can't train. We're down to the bare bones. We don't have players, and yet we've got to rock up and do this again on Saturday. Why? And then in 2 weeks' time, we're off. We're off for the weekend of the Westport Cup. None of it makes any sense to me anymore. I think we've done 5 or 6 Thursday night games, and 4 of them have been Thursday, Saturday. Now, I don't know what lads are thinking, because I've been in football a long time, and no matter what level you're at, you can't be repeating games in 48 hours. And the consequences are the levels of injuries we've been sustaining from week to week. And again, the whole preparation for Saturday now is going to be trying to pull bodies out, put a side out on Saturday. And it's not necessary. There's plenty of time. We could have made up these games, but nonetheless, here we are.
And of course, when you have Ballina on Saturday evening, you have the B Team Cup final on Sunday, and that means you may have to dip into their squad, which could jeopardise their chances on Sunday. Yeah,
look, we used Sean tonight. We tried to be very careful in what we were doing, because we recognise the importance of that cup final to the lads on Sunday. But the reality is the Super League team comes first, and you know, lads are going to have to step up, and they're going to have to play on Saturday evening, or they're going to have to play some contribution towards that game, because we're down to the bare bones again. You know, and for me, you know, we'll be up to date with games, but it's not enough just to feel like we need to go and we need to be competitive, and we need to go and win that game, and we need to keep trying to improve. We've got to take a little step back now. I think we've got to look at everything on our structures, and we've got to plan for the next 6 months to make sure that when we're in this point of the season next year, the last couple of months are not repeated again, you know.
And do you think there's a feeling possibly that the league are trying to get the clubs to play too many games in too short a space of time to catch up on their programme?
Well, I don't know what the league are doing, and to be perfectly honest, there's at least 3 or 4 teams in that division that played less games than us, and they're not up tonight. Like Ballina have played less games in the Super League than we have, so why haven't they played tonight? Why aren't they playing tonight, and as well as playing on Saturday? That would be fairness. And do you know what, we get on with if the league want to finish by mid-August, which again I don't understand. The league should be running into September. There should be plenty of time for people to play their football, and the quality league in lots of ways has progressed with the facilities and everything that's going on, and the club mark and pushing people for standards, and then we force them to play every week, twice a week, and that's all we've done now since we've come back in April, beginning of May. We played virtually twice a week, every week, for no reason. And this season has just been, for me, one of the hardest I've ever put down, and it's been you know, there's been no benefit to it. There's no learning in it, and I can't see what's good for the Mayo League. And then we're going to finish this and try to roll people back into an Oscar trainer and maybe repeat this again next year. No chance. It's insane stuff, and yeah, it spoiled what should be a very good season.
And a bizarre sending off early on in the game, Alex Halpin. I was actually flustered myself to understand what happened until I got there at half time. What actually happened? Did you think it was bizarre, crazy, unusual?
Look, by the letter of the law, you're not supposed to do stuff like that. I don't think there's been a person at a junior game since I've been involved in junior football for a long time that I haven't seen that happen at some point. It's a routine part of it. People were out on a pitch, we can't get back to it. He went to the corner. It was not as if he stood in the middle of the pitch. He was, nobody else saw it except the referee. There was some achievement to see that from the bottom half of the pitch when the player was in the very top left hand corner. Nobody had spotted it. The young lad didn't do it intentionally. He got caught short. He wanted to quickly deal with it so he could get back to the bench. It happens every week. So I feel really sorry for Alex. I don't think it was necessary. Yellow card would have dent with it. We'd have learned a lesson. But again, if we're going to get punished, we're going to get punished really hard at the moment. And yeah, I feel frustrated. And you know, he misses the next game now as well, doesn't he? Straight red. Is it 3 games? Potentially.
I think it would be 1 game for that. It's not violent conduct, but I don't know what sort of report going.
For doing something he was unaware of, instead of having the common sense to have a quick chat to him, he's now going to miss another game on top of the game he missed tonight. He was an important player for us. We would have needed him. He would have had a major impact in that game coming on. Alex has had a huge impact coming off the bench all season. He's had a huge impact from the start. We were relying on his pace to give us something, and we didn't have that. So look, letter of the law, the referee's probably right. Do I understand it? Does anybody else understand what happened? No.
Okay, trying to look at something more positive. We kind of briefly touched on the cup final on Sunday. We know that they could end up being stretched, but we wish them the best of luck. And we also do wish the best of luck that under 17 A and B squads, they're in 2 finals, one against Ackle Rovers in the Shield and one against Snooker in the Cup.
It's fantastic, and the club should be very proud of the efforts that the management teams and those players have put in. The fact that they get 2 teams to the finals is great. The next 2 Fridays, so we've encouraging people to get out and watch those games. I think the A squad have a chance to win the double, which is absolutely immense. And these boys will finish this season. They go straight into 18s football, which is great. They're playing lots of football, they're getting lots of success, and they should be applauded for it.
Indeed, and on a tough, difficult night when things could have gone a race but didn't. Thanks again very much.
Thank you.